Yori Yori does it. Yes! This is Retro City Games. Bonk. Bomberman. Wow, they're so cheap. Oh my god. What a good. Damn, it's so nice. I'm gonna buy a lot of stuff today. She's got virtual on too. So much stuff going on here. I wonder if she gets Sonic Adventure. Probably not. Atari, Extreme.
Tyler, come here.
Checks. Here, usually I'm only after Japanese games. Shadow Man, this is for the N64. Shadow Man. I'm not a fan of Era. Bridge. Type 4R. It's not a lot of Japanese stuff. Except this one, baby. Or you guys Star Ocean. I don't know if I should get Chaos Legion. 10, probably. Oh boy. Can you hold all of this?
What's this? Cyber Troopers. Chaos Legion. Ito lang yung CD pa din.
Huh?
Ito lang CD.
You probably have it. I don't know. I'm only looking for the high-end stuff. Air Force Stealth. Yeah, it's quite cheap here. I bought my Valve engine. Stealth. All of them don't have manuals.
Virtual on meron.
Okay. Windback. Jesus. What? Well, yes. New Geo. Jesus, Mark Echo. It is expensive. What?
Battle City. Nalaro natin.
You check the Xbox One.
Has issues graphics wise when I watched it. I looked at it and this is cringe. It's cringe worthy.
Look at how cheap that is. It's 15. Gone Griffin's right. This looks so nice. Can I'm looking for
This one? Yes or no?
Yeah.
You like that one?
Can you see Rumble Roses? No. Is there a GameCube there?
Yeah.
It's not a lot of GameCubes.
Limited.
No, this
Do you want these?
Japanese stuff.
What about these? Do you want these or no?
Okay.
I don't want any Wii. I don't want any Wii U. Okay. God dang it. It's always... Yep. GameCube as usual is always empty. Uh-huh. It hurts. I don't like buying cartridges. For waste of money for buying cartridge. Genesis, Atari. Seaman. Wow. Attack. There's a lot of dead or alive here. Look for some rumble roses. Yes. You don't have rumble roses. All right. Healthy cure. This is Folklore Region 3. It's in English. I like that cover a lot. Romancing Saga. Okay. Here we go. Custom. Seal gears. Yes. Beyond the Grudge. Vampire Hunter D. Legend of Ligaya. Battle Arena Toshinden. And the one that's right. We got Legend of Mana, Purific. Okay, Kido. It's quite more expensive over here. Nightmare creatures. Japanese games. Saturn. Holy cow. Here we go. They're all custom box art. Written titles, origins. Excuse me. How much is your Xenogears?
Xenogears. I'll take you over to the computer and we'll go ahead and check. Now, I just want to let you know that not everything we have is on display. Only about half of what we have is on display. The other half is loose as well. So if you can think of anything that you might not be able to see out on the shelves or anything, we might have it in the back in a drawer too. But if you want prices on anything, come with me real quick. I got it all on the computer. Xenogears happens to be my favorite PlayStation 1 game.
I like the... Is it okay? Can I video this stuff?
Yeah, you can
I'm
video stuff.
a YouTuber. You collect also?
I used to.
Yeah.
I used to collect, but then my hobbies changed. And, you know, when I changed my hobbies, I decided to sell off a lot of my stuff.
Yeah, I also sell, but I buy. I buy and then sell them. I buy from thrift shops, sell them for the high price.
I do basically the same thing to make money for my other hobbies. I like cars. So cars. All right.
Where are your Dreamcast games?
So, I want to say a handful of them are right there in aisle 4. Most of my Sega stuff is in aisle 4. But then my rare Dreamcast games are over there.
Oh, your Saturn, the rare ones here.
Saturn as well, yeah. So for Xenogears, it's $59.99.
Oh my god, it's higher.
It's higher than I remember it being.
Yeah.
I remember it being $50. So
oh, here are the Dream. Oh,
here's
JoJo.
I got a lot of stuff blocking it, unfortunately, but I do have quite a few imports down here as well. I've got some
Project Justice. How much is that?
Project Justice, I think it's 170.
Oh.
That's complete in box.
Yeah.
Manuals.
I like that
shit,
game
too.
a lot.
Got a Skies of Arcadia. This actually came from my collection just recently, and
how much is it? 89.
I just sold this to the store out of mine. I got this game originally for $20. I sold it to the shop for $45.
You have the GameCube version? No.
No. That was the last one.
That's the most expensive JoJo, right?
Yeah, JoJo's about $100. I think. Yeah, $100.
I thought it was worth more.
Condition plays a factor. You know, our box isn't exactly the nicest.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of scuffing in it. So price does try to reflect. Now, sometimes if the games are too badly damaged and we have to replace the case, then you have to, we have to adjust the price to fit that.
When I look at the Saturn stuff. Where's your
You missed, I had, believe it or not, I had 2 copies of Panzer
I
Dragoon
was just about to ask that.
I did.
How much was it?
Recently sold. So I had one without the manual for $449.99.
Yeah.
And then one with the manual for
$7.
$749.99. Complete box. So
Ray Earth.
Store 2
You have Ray
might
Earth?
have one now.
You have Ray Earth?
Ray Earth?
Yeah, it's the
Magic
RP.
Knight Ray
Yeah.
Earth? No, I do not have that at this time. I've had it in the past. When I had it, it was
That is
loose.
so nice off the Saturn
I
stuff.
believe it was about $190 loose at the time.
Where do you buy all of them?
This actually mostly came from one person.
Oh,
Some
very
gentleman
lucky.
collected all of the games, and then after he collected all of them, he sold them.
How much did you pay?
I don't honestly know. They took the collection and they split it in half between 2 locations. But it was a couple thousand, I believe, at the very least.
Yeah. It's worth more.
Yeah. I guess that gentleman that sold it, he likes the hunt. He likes the collecting aspect of it, and then once he's collected the whole thing, he moves on to another
Another
system.
collection.
Yeah.
I can pronounce it, the G's or Geist for the GameCube. How much is that?
Geist?
Yeah. I think it's a shooter thing.
It's G-H-E-I.
Oh, yeah. Is this custom Mother Tree? Is this custom? Or
Yes.
yeah.
So that's Mother 3 that was Japan.
Oh, Japan.
So it's translated.
It's the
onto,
fan translated?
Yes.
How much are you selling for a trans?
I think, depending on the grade, is what they do on the price. Because some of the repros are done at a factory, and then some of the repros are done by hand.
But this is not Japanese, right?
No,
it's
it's in
from
English.
Hong Kong. That's where they did, yeah, the fans translated one. Yeah.
Yeah, but they've got the battery style
Yeah.
one, so it actually 60 is what they're
Yeah.
asking. Have you seen the different grade versions on these? So you get the ones that have the pop-out CR2032s that don't recharge, and then you've got the industrial CR2032s that solder in and do recharge.
Oh.
So like
Mine is a red one.
so like classic Nintendo, for example. So like this board here, where is it? This one. This one. Yeah. So like this game here is an expensive reproduction because it's made from an
They're all
actual
repro, right?
Not technically. Because
What is
this was originally
what game is this?
This is Zelda, BS Zelda Maps.
Yeah.
But this is made from Link to the Past. So this is an actual Nintendo Link to the Past cartridge that's had one of the chips removed by hand, and they've redone it. They put a whole new game on, new Zelda game that they made.
It's basically a new game.
Right. So these ones here, generally, when you're getting cartridges like these, a lot of the time you're going to end up paying more versus this kind of cartridge right here. So this is Hagane, which I'm sure you're aware of. It's like an $800 game for a real one.
I've played that game.
Right.
Jesus Christ. Hagane.
But here you can see your cheap Chinese, Hong Kong flash board
It's beautiful.
versus an actual Nintendo board that's been changed. Because these ones here, as you can see,
The
you get the
battery.
rechargeable CR2032, so the saves, that's why they do that, because the save system works better with the original ones.
This one doesn't have the battery.
Well, I don't know if you remember, but Hagane is not a game
Yeah.
that saves.
Yeah.
Hagane is a game that you start from the beginning each time. So,
I love this game so much.
decent game. Any game that you're going to get that doesn't have a save system in it, in my opinion, you can buy cheapo versions of them online for a really good price. But any of them that
How
you
much
want
is
to
your
save,
Hagane?
it's not for sale. This one's mine. Yeah, I bought this online. It's my test game
Yeah.
for when I do Super Nintendos.
How much did you pay for it?
I paid like $30. Way better than $700-800.
1,500.
Oh, is that what it's at now?
Hagane.
It's like, because like if you look here, these are brand new reproductions of Super 64.
Clay
games.
fire.
Yeah, so like all of these are $30.
Yeah.
You know, people come in, they want to get Super Smash, and they don't want to pay $60. They go for $30. You know, what's it? Conker's Bad Fur Day, $30 instead of what is it? About $100.
Yeah, the N64 they have the ROM cartridge already.
Yeah. Problem is not a whole lot of people really know how to use those.
It's plug and play only. The black one. Yeah.
You know, I get moms coming in here and they're like, well, I want Mario Kart. And I'm like, all right, well, I have two options. I have one that's $60 for an original, or $30 for a repro.
You have a Bleem also. It's for the Dreamcast. The Bleem?
I think that's for Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
The Dreamcast had better output, didn't it?
Yeah.
Than the PS1.
I like the Dreamcast. You can just burn their games.
You know that kills the system, right?
Mine never broke.
How often do you play it?
A lot.
You play it a lot?
Yeah.
I just let you.
It's just noisy, as usual for the Dreamcast.
Right. Burn discs. Burn discs force your system to force your laser to read the disc in reverse.
Oh.
So you do run the risk of blowing out your laser. That's why you see a lot of Dreamcasts nowadays that don't play. That's usually the reason why. It's because a lot of people would play burn discs in them. Just be careful doing that. I mean, if you're buying a game that's like really, really expensive, then yeah, I totally understand a burn disc. But if you can afford an official copy, it's way better for the system. You run into a lot of issues later on.
I never read about that.
If I wish my other coworker was here. His name's Chris. He's about 40 years old. He's 10 years older than me. He knows more about Sega than I do.
Stuff.
But he's my Sega guy, and that's the one thing that he always tells me about. He's all like, the burn discs would cause issues with Dreamcasts. They really do, especially depending on where you get them from, the kind of disc that's used. Because when it codes the data on the disc, it's not doing it the same way that Sega put it on their games.
Oh.
And so when the disc reads it, when it reads a Sega Dreamcast disc, it reads it from the inside out. But when you put in a burn copy of the disc, it reads from the outside in. And it's more or less reverses the
now I'm worried now.
That's why I just really try. I mean, if anything, get yourself an extra Dreamcast that you just use for burn discs. If anything, or get one of those programs that lets you just put the game in the PC and just
No. I want to play on the console.
Well, haven't you seen where you can actually put the disc in and it'll play directly from the disc?
Not.
Yeah, you can get programs like that. If you've got a disk drive, depending on the grade of laptop or whatever, because like my tower at the house, I just put Dreamcast because I don't own a Dreamcast. I just put the Dreamcast games in and I plug in a PC controller. It plays them straight from the game.
What about the Saturn? They have burn discs.
I don't have any burn. I don't sell burns. I get them and I chuck them. Honestly, the only burn that I ever sell for Dreamcast is boot discs for imports. And usually if you buy an import, I just give you the boot disc. If you just want a boot disc, then I just charge you parts and labor, which is $5 for the disc.
The boot disc is for the Saturn. No, do you have that?
I might have an STK.
Oh.
As far as the boot disc, I have Japanese units.
Oh.
I have Saturn stuff's kind of.
Is it easy? No.
For what?
For the Saturn, to put. You need the boot disc also and a cartridge, right? For it to play the burn games.
I'm not exactly sure on that. I try to stay away from the burn discs for that. Xbox, personally, I think, in my opinion, is probably the best system for burnt discs. Period.
Yeah. Probably. Xbox games are cheaper.
Well, no, what I mean is because you can put Dreamcast software on an Xbox.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, you can put Dreamcast software on an Xbox, and then you put the Dreamcast game in, and you go over to your Dreamcast launcher and you hit play, and it boots it up. And what you do is you remove one of your controller ports and you change it with a USB, and then you can plug in a USB controller to the system. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of units. We had one here a long time ago that ended up resold, but you could put PlayStation 1 games in it, Dreamcast games in it, original Xbox games, and I think that was. Oh, and then it had Nintendo and Super Nintendo on it. Someone had cloned the hard drive and put a 250 gig hard drive in it. So you could put a Dreamcast game in there and rip it to the system and then play it. That's how we got a copy of Metal Wolf Chaos. I don't know if you've heard of that game.
Xbox.
It's like $300, something like that, for an official copy.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we couldn't get an official copy to put on the Xbox, so we made one on the computer, and the Xbox ripped it right to the system, and you could play.
Now back to the Geist thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Nice. Should be on.
Yeah, this is a really good shop. When did you start this business?
They started it, I think, in the early 2000s. They used to own a shop called Deviant. And then they ended up switching over to We Play Games. I've been here for like 8 years, but they've been in business for like 15, 20 years maybe.
Yes, so I'm from California, so
I heard you guys have some
yeah.
cool shops out
But
there.
this is one of the best already I've seen.
We're the biggest in Vegas. There is
Yeah.
one other place you can go. There's another location
Yeah.
on the other end of town. But there's another guy called Grand Line. And then Gamers Paradise.
Yeah, I checked Gamers Paradise.
Did you go to the new location?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because their old location.
This is my last stop in Denver. I'm gonna go home already.
Did you fly out here?
No.
You're buying something else?
I'm asking for how much the case.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I wanted the Xenogears, but it's expensive. TurboGrafx.
He's got a Steel Battalion in the front.
Yeah, we just got that in the
Steel
other day.
Battalion.
The control.
Yes, Hagane.
Ooh. I'm surprised there's a lot. We found a lot of gaming stores here.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them
Yeah.
in Vegas. Alright, it finally pulls up. So it says for a complete in box version it's $24.99, and then for a loose version out of box it would be $15.
What is the loose version?
Loose version would come with a basic box. It wouldn't come with an original box.
No GameCube box.
No GameCube box.
Does it have the cover in the manual?
No, that's why loose would just the disc. You would get a box that we would make for you, but that's all. That's why there's a $10 difference.
24, right?
$24.99 for one with the box and manual,
Okay,
and one for $15 without.
And then, do you have Hunting Grounds?
Haunting. PS2?
Yeah.
We play games east, this is Dave. The Haunting Grounds is actually out of stock.
How much is it for hunting?
Let me check.
How much was it before?
Looks like when we had it in stock last, it
100?
was $119.99,
That's very cheap.
and
Fuck.
that was
It's very cheap.
we had it in stock last.
Yeah, it's very cheap. Hunting Grounds.
Month and a half ago.
Oh man.
A little late.
Damn it.
Let me check with them on some. Are we doing a pre-release today? Yeah, the pre-release is scheduled. For pre-release, I believe you'd have to buy a kit. Let me double check. Give me a moment.
I'm going to take the Geist in.
What's up? Well, I'll go ahead and ask and see what's available for purchase based on. And then there's the and then outside of that, it's just the he said something, I don't know. He said something about well, that I didn't ask. So you want to know if you just pick up like a pre-release kit and then leave? Oh. Can they just come in and pick up pre-release kits and go? He said, yeah.
No, that's oh, this down here is.
I'll take the guys.
Geist.
Yeah.
The
just,
box one?
Yeah. Or just.
Yeah, we also had Kuan.
What?
I had Kuan about
Kuan is expensive.
2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, PS2.
My buddy actually.
Kuan is like 300.
400.
Four.
Last time, well, the last time when we
That's all the Dreamcast games here, right?
I have more.
I need
I
more.
have a few more right there. And then I have loose ones if you want. If you know what you're looking for, I can definitely check. Did you guys have a question?
No, we're keep rolling around.
Excuse me.
Yes. Blue Stinger. All right.
I'm not done yet.
No, that's fine. Take your time. If you want to make a file, it's okay. I'm open for not very many people have.
Resident Evil 2.
Well, the cheapest option. Honestly, the cheapest option. Funimation is coming. I'm pretty sure they own all of them. Alright? Now, I don't think you'll be able to find GT online. You're gonna have to source GT because GT is no longer canon.
Where did you find that? Where is it? The one that you found on Hulu? Which one is that one?
you're talking about the one, right? The one that I wanted to watch.
So after two that you didn't watch. You said you found something on Hulu.
The
Was it
episode.
Dragon Ball GT or what was it?
I found Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT,
How much?
and then Dragon Ball.
Deception.
Give me 1 sec. You said Dragon Ball what?
Dragon Ball.
Figure gonna do with from with you down.
I need to ask.
So Dragon Ball 1 on that?
We're still in Vegas. We're just leaving.
Tapos na laptop sa akin. Laptop.
Check one more shop before we head back. It's called the same starts.
How do you use my card in?
You just give it to them, but that's a debit card, so you need to know your
Anong
PIN number. I don't know what your PIN number is. Ask Mama for the PIN number.
Can you use first? Transfer ko na lang yung account mo na. No, I don't know your PIN number.
I don't have some other places online. If you want, you can get them in Spanish.
Just my credit card. There's no PIN number for credit card.
Really funny in Spanish. I
Does
really
it?
don't recommend it.
Okay, yeah, no.
But
Click on that.
crazy, you know? What?
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
probably do that.
Funimation.com. Check with them. It's $8. That's your cheapest option. Because if you want to buy this stuff, like I own it. It's not cheap. I have all. I have all of Dragon Ball. I have all minus one disc. Someone stole a disc from me. I've been here for 8 years. We used some. I also bought the entire Z series, GT, and then I have almost everything. I just don't have Super. We play games East. This is Dave.
The Smash Bros. And then you have like $15.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so Deception, Mortal Kombat,
PS1, Tecmo.
Tecmo.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It's it's the horror game, the tactical horror game.
Deception 3.
Yeah, yeah.
Show me.
This one. DECE. Tecmo's Deception. Where is that?
Let's pull it out. Maybe it'll have a tag on it. Some of them have tag.
25. Nope, 29.
This is. You have part 3? No.
No, it says I don't have a part 3. Looks like I have 2 copies of this, though.
Deception.
Is that one in better shape?
I don't know if this is part. No, this is part 1. Can I see this? Shadow Magus. I don't know if I want to buy this. Can I see your Kingsfield? I do. Do you have part 1 Kingsfield?
We'd have to go check the computer.
So expensive. This is the From Software game.
Want me to open this?
Kagura. Kagura. Oh wait, Kagura.
Let me pull this so you can get on the other side. Make it easier.
This is part 2. 1. Heart of Darkness. In the dark. Parasite. 1. How much is this thing?
Careful with that one.
Yep, it's 200. Yeah, I knew it.
I had number 1, but someone bought it.
This is better.
We also had Vanguard Bandits, too. Someone took that, the Working Designs title.
No more?
Hmm?
No more? The Vanguard Bandits?
Vanguard Bandits.
Do you still have it?
No, the guy bought it.
So,
Guy bought it when he bought, was 190.
190.
You're pretty close.
Bird of Fire. Shinigami. Bird of Fire. Turn 9. Second Frontier. I'm really careful. 34.
Those ones I'm not so worried about. It's just the $200 games that I worry about.
Yeah.
Because I'm the one who has to pay for it.
RPG Maker. Holy cow.
I like number 3 better.
Used to play this. Okay. Do you have Dino Crisis? Dino Crisis Dreamcast.
Dino Crisis for the Dreamcast? We can check the computer.
If you don't have it, I'll just take this one.
Did you want to check the other one?
Can you check it? Oh, this has a crack already.
It does.
Whatever that has a manual.
Let's see. This one has no book. Neither one of these have a manual. Used game and box only, sadly.
No problem. Alone in the Dark. I like horror games a lot.
I hear that those are ones that
They're
keep
more
the most
expensive.
value.
Yeah, only horror games. These are all the rare PS2 are here.
Well, for the most part.
Yeah.
I've also got some imports in there as well.
If you have an import, do you have Lost in the Rain, region 3, Hong Kong, English, Chinese?
All of my import games I have.
PS3.
All of them are going to be right here for PS3.
PS3. No? Okay.
This is all I have for imports.
Okay. God, I like that folklore. That's in English also.
Yeah, I bought Wangan Midnight out of there. That's what I got for the PS3. Got that. I got Initial D, Stream Stage.
I don't like Initial D. I don't like Initial D.
You don't like it?
It's a good. It's a good arcade game. Yeah.
I fell in love with it at the arcade.
Cool.
I want the one for PS2, but it hasn't come in yet.
No more. You have no more horror games, right? Just your.
Not for like super rare ones, I don't think. Silent Hill, but you probably already have those.
I'm gonna ask Rule of Roses to.
Rule of Roses. It's not that. I mean, those games come in.
What's this? The one with the camera. Fatal Frame, Xbox. Part 1 and 2.
I think I have Fatal Frames loose.
Oh, I only want complete. Xbox. Or PS2. Probably Xbox.
Yeah, I see here.
I have Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly, but it's loose. It's not boxed.
There's one more. Yeah, I can't remember.
Is that the only one?
I can have
I have more games down aisle 6 for DS, and then I have a ton of games in the drawer. Just as soon as I'm done with this gentleman, I'll be able to search up stuff.
It's my brother.
Oh, okay. I just don't have enough shelf space for everything.
That's fine.
I forgot the other game that I won.
Do you need a minute to think about
It's
it?
a horror game also. Yeah, I'll just just get it.
Well, let me go ahead
Forgot
and grab
about
the
it.
blue stinger. Did you want to check this out?
Blue Stinger. There you go.
I'll be back with this in a minute.
Is this okay? This.
What?
Do you have other discs or?
That?
Oh, it's just dirt.
It's from the machine.
Sorry.
It's a polishing compound for cleaning discs. That's all it is. It's from this.
Eternal Darkness. No.
Eternal Darkness? I can check. Now, this one hasn't been resurfaced. We can resurface it if you want to.
But it
Or
works.
you can leave it alone. We give you a 7-day warranty on it just to check. I'm fairly certain it works. I don't see any reason to resurface it. I only use these on, usually when I get a disc like these,
Yeah, this is resurfacing.
Yeah. We got a nice machine up front. I got another one back here. GameCube games always get tested when they get resurfaced. There's a machine up at the front. So. And you know how to tell bad discs on the Dreamcast, right? The top layer.
I never got a bad Dreamcast.
You haven't seen a bad Dreamcast
Never
disc?
got a bad one.
Have you seen a bad PlayStation 3 game?
Yeah, it's mostly it's always on PlayStation.
I bet you've seen the top layer. If you hold it up, the light, the picture gets scratched.
Yeah.
Dreamcast games and Saturn games and Sega CD games, the picture is the game data. So unlike PlayStation 2 discs, they take 2 discs, they compress it together with the data in the center. All right. With Dreamcast games, Blu-ray based games, and a few others, this picture itself is the data layer. So if you were to scratch this section of the disc and you try to play it, it won't play anymore. And you'll generally see it looks like a tear, and it looks weird on this side. I don't have any out at the moment. I'd show you, but if you see anything, if you see anything like that, it's usually an indication that they're no good.
Eternal Darkness.
We're out of stock. The last time they had it was 55 complete.
Yeah, it's a good price. Oh well. It's
Just these? Alright. So. It's for the Sheldon right here. It's funny too, is the other coworker, that's his favorite TV show.
So here are the stuff that I bought, and I will talk about them on a separate video, so stay tuned.